Love, sometimes it's hard to tell when you're kidding. Sometimes it's kind of it's more difficult than you would think. Map. I can't fast travel. Hey, new stuff. Event details, this one's unlocked. Oh, let's do this one now. Get out of the way. Ah, I guess we are very rich.
Stay close. No going off on your own. The desert doesn't take prisoners.
Ow. Let's see, where's our zone? Oh, okay. Is this timed? No, okay. Thank God. Okay. Let's see if we can see me from here. Ooh, okay. So go back to the sign and then sign backwards 30 degrees. Okay. Where's the sign again? Where's the sign? Sign over there, so you're somewhere over here. Hey, you're right here. Found you. Okay. If I stand like here somewhere, hopefully see. So, love, do you want to do it? Oh, was that? That's the thing in front of the thing. Okay. Ah, yes. Amazing thought process. You are right here somewhere. Up here. Oh, nope, you're in the tree. I found you. I didn't even need to use the ability. Um, Treasurite. Treasurite. A slender stone that can be found in the depths of desolate mountains, seemingly formed from congealed elemental energy. Great. Now I have, like... Great, what was I doing? Up all the way up here.
Sun's out, guns out.
What?
Sucks that I got so much work to do.
Oh. Well, goodbye. I have no interest in shooting pebbles at things. Found it. Heh. Can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread man. This is it here. Hang on a second while I go find Miss Conjot. Oh god, can it shoot me while I'm in the cutscene? I don't think so, hopefully not. Wow! What's that place? A building floating in the air? Paimon gets it. This must be one of those magical, I only want the second floor, just cut the first floor out, buildings that you hear about in story. I'm pretty sure it was caused by... Who would you prefer do it, hun? Me or you? I don't mind either way. Are you sure, love? I want to hear you describe how we met. What you're seeing now is the central laboratory of the Fontaine Research Institute. Or should I say, what was once the central laboratory. Oh my god, it's still there. It's not gonna de-aggro, is it? Alright. Mr. Edwin E. Stinghouse was once within, trying to develop a field generator using Archeum. Initial estimates indicated that the device could lift an entire block of buildings. So the experiments didn't quite turn out as they expected. Of course, had Mr. Edwin not left 2/3 of the Fontaine Research Institute in ashes, he would have been a shoo-in for the post of the next director. And today, the heavy responsibilities that belong to the post of director, including a lifelong stipend and private dwelling, must be borne by the likes of Choiseul and Raimondo. Yes, very patiently waiting. There was no encouragement to spill the tea immediately. Paimon wonders what kind of people Raimondo and Choiseul are. Ugh. Choiseul. His name is Choiseul. He's literally right there. According to the evaluations of my peers, they are the type who can speak to you for an entire day without saying anything. I want to put that to the test. Hmm? So, it is exceedingly accurate to say that Mr. Troisel's talents are irreplaceable. Look, traveler. The location of your final review is the former location of Alain Guillotin Research Institute, and now the current residence of the Institute. Before the incident, weekly lectures were held there regarding critical projects. Of course, the old administrative functions are still in effect and can handle the final review. What's that? No. What's that plaza for? There are even seats around it. Is it an amphitheater of some kind? Ooh, that's... alright. Ah, I've heard colleagues stationed at the Institute speak of this place. That is the sacred ground... speak. That is a sacred ground to Fontanians, the place where Fonta was born. What? Refreshing Fonta, a font of refreshment. Oh god. It's like Fanta. Oh god, okay. Mm-hmm. No. That is the Fontaine Research Institute's academic assembly hall, and is dedicated to the purpose of displaying the fruits of our research, such as the combat-capable artifice dancers, the gramophone, and turbine-powered turbine-powered glider, among others. Previous analysis of Institute assets show that of the items I mentioned previously, Fonta may be the only scientific achievement that remains illegally profitable. I couldn't help but notice your wording contained a few baseless accusations. I'm glad you noticed. In that case, would you mind giving me your opinion of the ongoing criminal activity of selling off research materials from within the Institute? It is absolutely vile, and those involved in the matter ought to be arrested in accordance with the law. Huh. Well then, out of those with access to the Institute's technical assets and the capacity to commit such a crime, who do you believe it was exactly? Could it be possible that it was a criminal? Traveler, let's keep moving. I need to go to a file storage room first and retrieve a survey anchor, which we can use to monitor the strength of the energy flows. It's not far. Let's go. Hey, I did voices for once. Ooh. Oh, I should go do that too. And then I can get the reward for this one. Event details. Yoink. Not. It's not bad. It's the same as all the others. But you know, there's 70 primogems. 70 primogems. Yep, I don't know that one.
Let's get it on.
Oh, that's not what I want to do. Up. Let me go up wall. No, well, I have the thing to its entrance, so I'll take it. Do I have one? Where is that? Oh my god, it's all the way over here. Oh, yeah, because I did the other one. Oops. Fontaine Research Institute, stagnating the bubble. Yep, go ahead. Thank you for being here. Pine cone. Yes. Oh. And he died. Smashing gear. Mr. Naka, you finally come. You know, she's very very British. We came across a little hiccup on the way. Never mind that. Have you retrieved the survey anchor yet? I was just about to bring that up with you. I don't know if it's due to the explosion, but the supporting tools that were kept here are all damaged. You should know, if you don't use the proper tools to retrieve the anchors, you will be subject to being struck by high-intensity arcane energy flows. Oh. Intense energy flow from the arcane. Got it. Huh? What I just said was just, I didn't. Relax, sweetie. You were merely speaking the truth. It's not like you offended anyone. What Miss Chalmont said was indeed the truth. I hope that I can say the same for what you shall write. Whenever the truth is placed before me, I never pretend that it's not there. That would be a mistake. Is that so? Well, it takes only the slightest bit of effort to fixate on something, but it always takes more brain power to avert your gaze from it. It's clear that they're not having an argument with each other, but why does Paimon still feel like the vibe is even scarier than if they were? Yeah, let's deal with the anchor first. You're right. Miss Chalmont, let's go examine the anchor. Okay then. That said, the area where it's located is still blocked. I'll go ahead and open those ports and unblock it. Traveler, as I recall, you were an adventurer who came for the recruitment, yes? Well, when assisting our institute in its work, you'll sometimes be required to carry out certain precise operations. I'd like to see your practical capabilities first. Could you please go and help Miss Chalmont operate the energy transfer terminal to clear the area where the survey anchor is of obstructions? Help Miss Chalmont to operate the energy transfer terminal to clear the area where the survey anchor is of obstructions. Paimon thinks she's heard of this story somewhere before. It's something like, your test began the moment you set foot in this area. You could say that. If you pass the final review, then we'll do a detailed competency assessment for you. After all, everybody excels at different things, and the work they can take on also differs. And so their compensation will differ. Yeah. How very blunt of you, but you're not wrong. Ooh, then we got to show them our worth, traveler. Ooh, thank you for following Lunar Energy 1999. Hello and good night from me and my army of 17 rats. That's a lot of rats. It used to be 44. The majority was rehomed to a breeder, so don't ask, lol. Sure. Just treat this as an early assessment. Miss Shalmont is over there. She'll explain to you how to operate the terminal. Please follow her instructions and unblock the area as soon as you can. I'll be watching you from the side. Oh, wait, no.
We mercs have one simple rule. Whoever pays the most is your new boss. The desert's a tough adversary, but at least it doesn't hide anything. What you see is what you get, and whether you take on the challenge is entirely up to you.
Excellent work. The lock has been opened. Your abilities to quickly grasp the mechanics and execute are both outstanding, and your value far exceeds the vast majority of those who participate in experiments. I will truthfully report your performance as such. So what's next? Whoa, Miss Connie, what's gotten into you? I suddenly... I suddenly feel like I'm going to throw up. Miss Crony, please drink this medicine. Exposed survey anchors radiate with Archem energy traces, and the place we are in now has also been affected somewhat. However, this energy level won't leave permanent adverse effects on the body. Just take this medicine and you'll be fine. This sounds an awful lot like nuclear radiation. That's what the government did when we had nuclear radiation issues. Yeah, sure. Just, take the medicine, you'll feel better, and you definitely won't die of any serious diseases whatsoever. Bleh, it tastes terrible. Forget it. I guess this is also a kind of first-hand experience. Oh, I should have read that. Really? That's quite interesting, and is completely at odds with the results of the applications of Arceum Risk Report, 3rd edition. We all should have been affected by the same amount of Arceum energy. Humph. We're constantly journeying over mountain and seas. We're way stronger than the people we've got working here. Oh, could have been higher. Correction. You can now assume that all of the Fun State Research Institutes are now working out in the open beneath the sun stars. Your report might consider mentioning the difficult work conditions we are enduring, Miss Coney. I've been wronged without having been notified in advance. The Steambird won't just let this go. Putting this all aside, you clearly have an extremely strong innate tolerance of the energy flow, Traveler. If so, you are certainly the best candidate to assist the Institute, without question. Please approach the storage room and report any dizziness, nausea, itchiness, or any other discomfort you feel during the process. Welcome back, Donnie. Would you prefer if I called you Tiny or Donnie? Or Tiny Donnie? Hold on there. Are you using Traveler as a guinea pig? Cool. Without fulfilling your obligation to inform him of the risks first. It's clearly stated in Institute, abbreviated, Externally Contracted Employment Agreement Appendant C41, which he signed. Oh, wait, oops. That was the other dude. Prior to being officially employed, the applicant shall be subject to a harmless Arceum energy flow tolerance test, and the Institute has the right to terminate the contract based on the test results. Yeah, who reads all that? You chose not to exercise your right to read the text, but each document was clearly marked. Please sign your name after carefully reading the document and making sure there are no mistakes. However, seeing you as you are completely unaffected by the energy flow, I believe you may be just the person we're looking for. In any case, let's get down to business. Take 3 steps towards the storage room, and then hold still for 30 seconds. We've gotten this far, but Paimon still doesn't feel anything. Do you feel any discomfort? Definitely feeling the same. That's a relief then. Paimon was worrying about how she'd carry you out of here if you were to suddenly pass out. Although we've come all this way and we can't see Knacker or the others anymore, and it doesn't seem like we can hear them either. What do we do next? Paimon knows. Maybe they'll chuck in some sort of box in here and communicate with us through that. Love, just so you know, if it really makes you uncomfortable, just say so and I can tell them. Or if it makes you uncomfortable, like too much, you don't have to. It's just for fun. Okay? We'll find out soon enough. Paimon can't wait to see what kind of cool gadgets they might use to communicate with us. Traveler, can you hear me? Oh, so they rely on the technology of shouting really loud. Do you guys feel any discomfort? Everything's good. That's great. Please continue on to the survey anchor. You should be able to see it now. Oh yeah, you can do that, love, if you want to. Again, whatever is the most comfortable. Once you retrieve it, it will temporarily fall into a dormant state and stop radiating energy, and then we'll be able to come in. Ahem. Be careful, if you feel uncomfortable, then we'll get out of here. You actually managed to retrieve the survey anchor without any instruments, like it was nothing. That's amazing. The last time we needed at least 3 of us acting together to retrieve an anchor. Huh, I'm the most certain that you're exactly the talent we've been looking for. With your help, all of our work is going to go so much more smoothly. Alright, I'll keep it for now. Let's leave this place and report back to the Institute post-haste. Hang on there. Where's Miss Crony? Paimon doesn't see her anywhere. She was feeling nauseous, so she stayed up there to rest. But don't worry, she's already taken her medicine. She just needs a little time. Oh, bye. Huh, Miss Crony, what are you doing here? Look out, traveler over there.
Let's get it on! Ha! 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 Don't blink!
And they're dead. Phew. Luckily, Traveler was here. Those were probably the clockwork mecha that the Institute used before to monitor energy flow, as they're equipped with Archeum energy flow monitoring devices. Although they're now out of control, they still automatically converge here upon detecting the energy flow from Archeum. Mr. Nacker, should the Fontaine Reese Institute should be held accountable for these out of control mecha in the wilds? I don't object to that at all. They should be held accountable. Oh? If you truly have a way to have those buried in the ground, rise up and speak again. Also, I sincerely suggest that you stay here and rest, Miss Crony. Mr. Chisel and Raimundo are at the Institute's new site, and they aren't going anywhere. Once you're feeling better, then you can go and interview them. Yeah, you felt so sick that you could barely stand. Don't push yourself too hard. Yeah, that's what I say to Rose all the time. But Rose doesn't want to listen. It isn't, but a story is a story. No, I can't. Interviewing Chisel is the final step, not the beginning. That's why I'm following Mr. Nacker around. I want to experience everything firsthand and get tangible evidence. I have to question Chisel with evidence in hand. That way, he won't be able to beat around the bush like last time. And lo and behold, I've now personally experienced the so-called harmless Arcam energy flow, no? Once I get to the Fontaine Research Institute, I'm definitely going to uncover all of the hidden truths. Mm-hmm. Love, why don't you go to bed? And let me explain. Alright? I truly admire your professionalism, Miss Crony, but are you so sure you'll be able to make it the rest of the way there? Don't worry, I'll be right behind you guys. I'm a reporter, after all. Love, you know we can talk anytime.
I wonder when I'll be as
You
tall
just have
as my
to-
big sister.
You just have to send a message. Mm.
La da da da. Go, Barbara, go!
That is true. But you aren't seeing the same thing I am, because there's different amounts of like, that was to, Donnie's message about how it's interesting because Rose is in it. Oh, we can, what can we grab here? Mine. Buddy, what? That's something I'm supposed to collect. Come on.
Let's dance.
Oh, I have to break it. I'm dumb. Alright, there seems to really not be anything of value here. It's time to move on. A researcher who once worked together with Edwin Eastinghouse is now kicking storage drums around in a junk heap. Meanwhile, the Fontaine Research Institute still complains about being short-handed. Huh. The way these research institutes go about things is truly unfathomable. Everybody's worth is reflected in different ways, and kicking storage jumps is my way of doing so these days. But I've heard that prior to Edwin's big screw-up, you had quite some sway in the Institute. Some might even say that you were second only to Edwin himself. Huh? You were that powerful? That no longer means anything. Now I'm merely someone who was fortunate to survive this project, and one of the culprits who turned the Central Laboratory into what it is today. This is the only information I can offer you, Miss Crony. Here, give me just a second. Okay, cool. Okay, better. What is that? Consume. Okay. Well, I believe that was plenty. Let me write that down. Huh? Where are my pen and notebook? My whole bag disappeared. I put it right next to a strange-looking mecha just now. Where did they go? The one behind you? Yeah, that one. Huh? Yeah. Run. Help! Oh. Well, you know you're really annoying though.
Speed of light. Incoming. Hey!
Oh, on the block in the sky. Okay. Huh. Let me just follow the path. Well, not quite. We take a few deviations here and there. Okay. Armando, nothing could go wrong here, right? Everything is running according to the set orbit, Treasel. Round and round it goes without any errors. Error-free everything might be, but I'm just worried about getting dizzy. No. No. Mr. Treasel, Mr. Armando. Ah, Knacker, it's great to see you. Have you taken care of those survey anchors? I trust that you've done as you always have, complete your tasks to perfection. Well, I have. Allow me to give you a brief report. With Traveler's assistance, the anchor was successfully retrieved without any equipment. That's unbelievable. How are you were able to retrieve one without the use of any instruments? Goodness, thank heavens. The entire institute right now only has 3 complete sets of such equipment, and I was honestly worried as to how we might retrieve the anchors as soon as possible. Really didn't do that much special. Yeah, it felt just like any other commission that we've done. Is there any critical data in the anchor, Miss Treasel? Ah, of course not. Some insignificant data, Miss Crony. I agree with you. After all, there's no way for insignificant data to radiate with harmful arcane energy flows, is there? Energy flow? I mean, of course, it's necessary and must exist as a technological means of preserving the... What I'd really like to know is, why the Fontaine Research Institute would place these survey anchors to monitor the arcane energy flow after the explosion. Certainly. Obviously, these survey anchors are used for monitoring. Miss Crony talks so fast, like the whopper dendro slime on fire. Allow me to be more specific. How exactly is the Fontaine Research Institute planning to deal with this explosion? Yes, I was just about to answer that question. This will answer couldn't ask, as many people are convinced about it. Oh, yes. Talking a lot, saying nothing. Miss Crony, I'm so delighted that you've come to visit again. I must stress on behalf of Mr. Treasel that the Institute has never changed its solution to the explosion. Once we have recovered all of the retrievable research assets at the old site, we will demolish the old central laboratory and do our best to restore the area's natural environment to its original state. By the central laboratory, do you mean that building floating in the air? How are you going to demolish a building like that? Of course, we shan't be using such crude and simple solutions. This demolition will utilize our newly researched experimental field generator. This device can deactivate the gravity-altering field that surrounds the Institute's ruins and land them on the ground safely. Love, are you still here? Okay. No. Back to Genshin. Okay. This device can deactivate the gravity-altering... okay. Wait, no. I already read this. Around safely. Wasn't this device also within said ruins? And wasn't it also a work of Edwin Eastinghouse that used Arceum as its energy source? So based on what you're saying, the Fontaine Research Institute is still unwilling to give up this harmless Arceum project, yes? Yeah, then they're not gonna give it up. You've been keeping up with what she's been saying. No, I didn't. Hey, have you been doing this to pretend that you understand what's going on? Yes. Anyways, the Fontaine Research Institute's still trying to do dangerous stuff in dangerous ways, right? A great summary, Miss Paimon. If we're discussing uncontrolled risks, well, even walking on a road might be dangerous. Also, you should note that the energy source we're using is the completely new and stable tri-state archeum. Nuclear reactors. How does that differ from normal archeum? Does the new word in front of it mean anything? This, to me, seems like a purely rhetorical maneuver. I'm sure Mr. Treesel would be happy to have an in-depth conversation with you about grammar, but I've left Mr. Knacker hanging for too long, and really, that's just impolite. Mr. Knacker, I trust that you've done everything that I've asked. With Traveler's help, everything couldn't have gone any better. Is this an adventurer who came for recruitment? Yeah, yes. We talk about what happened and how it happened. That is rare. Extremely rare. I'm delighted that you are applying for work at the Institute, Traveler. After hundreds of years of bad luck, we're finally catching a break. I'm confident that you'll be of great help to us. Here, the documents. I'll leave them over there. Don't worry about them. Huh? Aren't you going to take a look at them? We spent ages on them. And Mr. Desmos also took them very seriously. Those documents definitely have their uses. They certainly help us weed idiots out at least. As for you, however, I believe that your good qualities go far beyond what they can summarize. So let's leave them alone for now. So are you saying that we passed the review? Without a doubt, yes. I will personally prepare the contract and notice that you'll need to sign for follow-up work. Until then, Mr. Knacker? Yes? While Miss Crony appears to be having a discussion about energy safety with Mr. Chisel, how about you take Traveler to retrieve the last 2 survey anchors? The energy flow control operations are nearing completion. All that's left is to compile the data. Oh well, at least it's under control. Are you guys heading somewhere else too? I'll come along too. Or somewhere else. Why did I put it? Okay. This news reporter lady sure has pretty good ears. No. Okay. We'll figure that later. Yeah. Well.
We mercs have one simple rule. Whoever pays the most is your new boss.
Okay. Oh. Ooh. Oh. Scenario's a little small, but yeah. Whatever, if it works. Okay. How long have I been going? An hour? It is reaching actually pretty late in the day. Or late in the night, to be fair. We completed a good chunk of this quest. Oh, Donnie and Andres. Um did Fifi ever DM you about the stuff that you wanted to know about?
Go, Barbara, go! Ha! Ah! Cha! Ha!
Uh, oh. It's a challenge. I like the challenge.
Are you tired? Try my new spicy energy drink. I'm sure it'll wake you up. La da 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 da. Everyone is working super hard. We should be too.
Okay. Cool. I'm not gonna have to figure out for a long time. Let's try every other combination. Okay. Hey. No?
Go, Barbara, go!
There is. Hmm. Okay, I'll try this one, and then I'll probably end it for today.
Go, Barbara, go!
Nope. Not quite. Alright, cool. Well, yeah, I know that already. Okay. So, if anyone's still in here, you all have someone you want to raid?